Hello,
Yo.
everybody.
Evening, everyone.
That gets
What's
more
up?
epic every time. Or maybe
It
I
really
just had the
does.
volume turned up in my ears and it sounded that much more epic.
Right?
I'm like, I can't leave the volume down. You know what I mean? I'm like, can
Not
it go
meant
any
to.
higher? Can
It's
it go
meant
any
to be
higher?
loud.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't get
And-
the red memo, but y'all didn't get the leopard memo either.
Oh, dang it. This
Yeah.
is actually
know-
orange red.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. This
To
is
the
bad
untrained
color.
eye, it looks red.
Right.
Or to the unfiltered eye, to the unfiltered lens, it looks red.
Oh,
Right.
wait. I'm going to change my name. Hold up. That just really...
Yeah,
like,
take the 25 year out
That
and then
uns-
just
that-
leave
Yeah,
the
that's a great idea.
that
Actually,
inspired me so much, y'all.
So I made us something. You want
Orange
to see?
Joe.
I made something.
Oh,
What?
okay. What-
Okay, ready? Ready?
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Show us.
Shut up.
Oh, I like it. It's so cute. I'm a pineapple.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm-
There we go.
CPJ, we've missed you.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Welcome to the
CPJ.
show.
I was just
Anita.
chatting with her today or last night. Hello, Anita.
Yep.
Love you guys. I'm so grateful you are here to see our show tonight.
Speaking of ice cream, that's why I was running late, y'all. Because I was told that I was voluntold to go get some ice cream.
Hi, Sylvia Jennings.
What's up,
I like
Sylvia?
to say her whole name, Sylvia
and-
Jennings.
And I tried not to go, but the producer was going to be very upset with me. So
She would have sent you a strongly worded email, huh?
she
or
would
you
have.
go get ice cream, or you do the dishes.
Right. And I don't like either one of those.
Right.
And eat your vegetables.
Hello,
Hello,
Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Vegetables are plain nasty.
Hola, Joe. Joe, I really wish you would stop saying that. Do you know how much I love vegetables?
You know what? I
Oh
knew
my
when that time when I
gosh.
was showing when we were doing the Food Fridays or the Food Month, whichever one it was, and you were like, "I like the main dish, but I really want to see some of the sides also." And you were
Who
like,
said that? Me?
You did, yeah. You were like, "I really like the sides, like especially the vegetables." And so I was like, "Huh,
man.
she really, yeah."
Like if you do like your squash, your mushrooms, like if you do that on your
Mhm.
Blackstone, oh, so good. And your onions, oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
So
gosh.
you know what I think
I
I'm
threw
going
up
to
in my
try
mouth
this.
a little bit.
You know what I'm going to think I'm going to try this year, actually, guys, is
What?
some beef Wellingtons.
On your
All
Just
I
make
can
'em.
hear when you say that is all I can hear is Chef Ramsay just yelling at somebody.
No.
about
It's
All I hear-
raw!
It's
No.
raw.
here's all I hear is bougie, bougie,
donkey.
bougie bouncing everywhere.
Bougie, bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sandy,
you're
when
you
was the
made-
last time? Sandy, when was the last time you said beef Wellington?
Never for 500.
Right.
What is never for 500?
Right.
Listen,
Exactly.
listen, you uncultured swines. Let me just tell you, it was Sandy. You're the one that brought it up when you were
Oh,
talking
my
about
goodness.
marshmallows. I mean, not marshmallows,
Oh.
mushrooms. I always do that.
Shrooms.
Mushrooms. One of the things I didn't know in beef Wellingtons that you have a bunch of mushrooms that crust or coat.
Is the beef
beef.
Wellington the one that's wrapped in bread?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's got a
Oh,
bread.
see, I can't have it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It sucks to be you.
Right.
No, I'm just playing.
Look at this. Better
Hashtag
taste
remember
like
this
Gordon
kid credit.
Ramsay's.
It tastes better. What are you talking
Bougie.
about?
Bougie.
Y'all need to get off that wagon right now.
Well, you sold your BS with your house dandy, so now what you gonna do? My Blackstone. My
Blackstone.
Oh, did you?
Blackstone.
It's like, wait,
What does that mean?
how much extra did you charge for that?
Y'all just nosy. I'll tell y'all later. Y'all nosy. That's all y'all are. Okay, so I'm gonna be in the market for a washer dryer
Ah.
because I sold those with my house too. A patio heat. I sold lots of things with my house.
Okay,
Less to
so-
move.
So Sandy is she's all over the viewings of the Facebook selling groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I am. I buy stuff and then I put it in storage. I already found a pub table. We're not sure where it's going or if it matches because we don't have a house.
So, Joe,
producer
how was your
was-
day? How was your day, Joe?
Let me tell you about my day, y'all.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. I made it to. I got up because I
Mine
had to
too,
take,
you donut.
I had
Not
to
yet.
take my kid to school, and
Okay.
then I raced back home to go back to sleep. So that was nap number 1.
Wait, which kid are we taking? Because why can't one drive it?
Oh wait,
drive
the only one he has left though, Sandy.
Yeah,
the other
I
ones
only
are
have
not
one
in
left
school
that I
anymore.
have.
Oh, duh! Oh my God.
I know. I think the same thing.
Just know I'm on an island. I'm on an island
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
true. That's true.
Y'all
So
know.
I raced back home to get to sleep, and then
Uh-huh.
I get to work, and I actually ended up making a sale. See, and you guys think that I don't work, but I actually do work, and I made a
It's
sale.
not that we think you don't work.
We know that you don't work,
We're
but
putting
there's
I feel attacked,
I
and just
am all praise to you, man. All the power to you.
I mean,
okay?
we're just jealous because we have to
Yeah,
clock in and
that's
clock
it.
out.
That's it, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
so
it.
I made a sale, and then I get to. I had a photo shoot today. Oh, and what was cool was it was a professional headshot, and he works for one of the hospitals here. And I was like, "Don't you guys have your own photographer?" And he's like, "We do." I was like, "Oh, so you don't like their work?"
He
Oh,
was
snap.
like this. It's the same photographer that they use for your driver's license.
Right, exactly. He was just
It was like he dropped his phone and cracked
And-
it,
and then
so
he
he
kinda-
can't take anymore.
He kind of
Right.
stepped it back. He stepped it back. He's like, "Well, I'm extra picky, and I didn't want to waste all of her time because she has 400 people to shoot." I was like, "It's cool, man. You can just say my stuff's better than hers. That's cool."
Right, right. I'm
I
going to
ain't mad at
allow
you.
you to say it.
Joe's
Right.
like, I get it, because I'm kind of
Yeah.
extra also.
Right. I'm
Just
cool
extra.
with it. I'm cool with
Momager
it.
says the little girl's photos were super cute.
Oh, they were, Joe.
Oh, do y'all want?
I saw
Do y'all
those.
want to
Yes.
see them? Hold up.
No,
Wait.
not
Mr.
right now.
Nap. Yeah, you
What?
can't take up my spot because my day was uneventful. I'm going to allow you to have my time spot.
Okay,
That's so
perfect.
sweet.
Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that.
You're
Let
welcome.
me keep talking while I find it.
Well, Momager is saying she's going to be a great model. She
Is that
was
what
so
she's going to
precious.
be?
Mm-hmm. Well, she was
I
already.
thought she
Nap.
looked adorable. She was, yeah.
So here we go. Check this.
Look at this little
out.
baby.
Oh, what little? We got to remove that.
And her hair, oh my gosh,
on,
it
Joe.
is
Sorry.
so long.
Yes.
Yeah, right? It's like,
So
I
this
mean,
is her. Her dad is from Tonga, and her mom is white. But yeah, and what was so awesome was that she wanted to pose. She was
Oh,
like,
did she? So you didn't have
Yeah,
to pose
she
her?
took control of it, didn't
Yeah, so I work with a lot of models, and she did better than probably 75% of the models that I've worked with.
No way.
Right? Yeah.
She's precious.
Yeah, and so she did really
she?
well.
You said she was 7, right?
Yeah, so
She's a darling.
look, and she's a
Oh
brand.
my gosh.
She's a brand ambassador for these outfits for this clothing line.
Oh,
here. So,
really?
yeah, so they wanted to get some shots in these dresses and stuff.
See,
like that.
come
So-
on, Blackstone. We could be your brand ambassadors, man.
I could look like that. I
Yeah.
mean, not really. I mean, I could try.
And it's for her 7th birthday. She turned 7 this week, I think, is what they told me. So
See, when I was 7, oh, I did not look like that.
And what was really cool was the dad. So the dad was the one that put all of this, and he sent me. He said, "Dude, wow, love the pics, man. So cool." I was like,
Aw.
"Best compliments ever." That's what I'm
Especially
looking
coming
for.
from a dad.
Right? Yeah.
I
Good
feel
job,
like the
Joe.
only other dad that would say that would be Jamie.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, not to you though, not to you, but to
No,
somebody
he-
else.
right? Yeah. To another photographer, you might say it, but not me. But
Right.
yeah. So my day was pretty good. Pretty good.
Momager says I can see that she was killing it.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
Joe,
she had so
we don't
much fun.
think you work at a brick and mortar. We know you work at growing your head. You can tell me you like my work more.
What are y'all trying to say?
Nice. Fun,
All
like
they're
your
saying
friend.
is they know who you are, Joe. Okay,
Right,
folks
right.
know who you are. That's all it
Oh
means.
man, I'm sorry. I took
What?
up too much time. We're
Jamie, nobody cares about your day. All right.
Wow.
So
kidding.
everyone, we're really excited tonight because we have a couple amazing people who I'm very excited to introduce tonight. So I don't remember when their first episode. I don't even know if I watched. I don't know how I found them, but you know how you just scroll one night on Facebook endlessly for hours looking at everything.
Never.
I didn't do that. I scrolled for about 15 seconds, and then all of a sudden, I saw a live video thing pop up in my feed that someone was either, I don't know who it was
Did
or
someone
why.
share it?
I really think they did, but I've never seen them in this show in the comments ever since that
Okay.
night either. So I don't know. Anyway, I was like, oh, I want to support other people who are doing their thing. Like we do our thing, and I always want to support people doing their thing if I can. So
Yeah.
I'll give them a second and see what it's like. Hit it, started watching it. Oh my gosh, I fell in love immediately. So it's no secret that we choose not to talk about certain topics here because we want a PG-13 show. We want to make sure this is a positive, upbeat, and you know what I mean. That breakaway that
Everybody's
you all
having
have.
fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Because you can see all that negativity on TV.
And people talk
Yeah.
about my hair, and so I'm
Right. People tell him that he's beautiful.
I was so intrigued because they were talking about some of the topics that we don't get to talk about, and I was like, I really like this, and the way they interacted with their audience. They call their audience co-hosts, and I was like, man, they're really making a good, like, man, super hard attempt to connect with their audience.
Yeah, that connection.
Yeah, connection. Thanks, Joe. And so anyway, from that moment on, I was like, I gotta have these people on our show. I gotta have them. So this was late December, early January, and I try to watch the show every Saturday night, and I'm like, you gotta come on. You gotta come on. You gotta come on. They asked the great question. But anyway, without further ado, we'll just bring them on here.
Dolores.
Oh,
Mama Joe is exactly right.
Yeah. So anyway, I'd like Joe's going to get ready to bring them in, but here in a minute, I'd like for all of you to welcome our esteemed guests for this evening. They are the hosts of the live podcast Is Real, and it is Angel and Kelli Quiles. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys!
Golf clap.
Welcome. Absolutely.
Welcome.
So I made something else. I don't know if it's going to work right, but we'll check. Hold on. This is a first.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at
snap.
that.
That's good, isn't it?
Oh, I like it.
It's still not animated.
I love it.
You know.
We don't need animated. We're animated enough here.
Your guys' intro was awesome.
Oh,
It was.
thank you.
She built that thing. She
Okay,
is awesome.
Okay, so when I saw skateboarding, which is my man down here.
Right.
Yep. I saw hiking. I believe she likes to hike almost, or she's had a lot of hiking trips. And then I saw something with. It's so funny. He went to get ice cream because in there the last part had ice cream and it had pineapples. So it connected it all together. It was amazing.
I love that you caught all those little details. I love it.
Yes.
So guys, I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm so thrilled about this.
They already have fans. That is so
I
cool.
know.
So, it's no secret that I have tried to bring everyone that I know to your show as much as possible. So every time they go live, I am there. I'm all like, everybody and their freaking grandmas come in here and watch this, you know? And I feel ashamed because I can't remember everyone, but I'm always like, these are the names that are just bubbling to the top every time y'all come on. And so I'm always like, come watch them. And a few people have come and watched. So
yes, I've caught a couple. Thank you for
that
so much.
Well,
so
sorry.
why don't except for someone.
He's a little busy.
All right.
Busy.
Oh, he's not
naps.
busy at 10 o'clock at night. I promise you that. Anyway, I just look. So why don't you, for our audience out there who doesn't know you, who maybe doesn't know about you or anything like that, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves first for us?
Absolutely. So hello, my name is Kelli. Everyone calls me Kels, so we keep it super simple. And this is my husband.
Angel. Hey, I don't know. You can call me whatever you like. I don't care. But my name's Angel.
Yes.
Okay.
And originally we're from Chicago. He's from New York originally, but I'm from Chicago, born and raised. We actually met at Columbia College, Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both super in arts. We're super creative. Mm-hmm. Fun fact about us, we actually met 16 years ago.
Correct.
We met 16 years ago. I was a dance major at Columbia College and he was a music business major. Mm-hmm. So it was his senior or junior year, and I was a freshman, and he auditioned for my dance team. He was a break dancer, and he came to my dance team to audition.
No way!
Yes.
My dream come true.
Yes. So,
I've been looking for a break dancer for months.
Look at this.
Yes, he auditioned for my dance team. I had a group of judges, they all voted no because he was not good at choreography, but he was excellent at freestyling. And because he was so handsome, I made the call and said yes. And we've been together ever since. So,
that's so awesome.
Oh, snap.
years, yes.
So you made an executive decision. You made the executive decision.
I did.
Look, executive decisions are sometimes very key moment in your life.
Yes, and we have
Right.
2 beautiful children.
Yep.
We now live in North Dallas area. We live in Little Elm, Texas. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with where that is. Yeah, so we love it. We've been in Texas for about 12 years now.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah,
so we just
and
kind of switched
you wanna say
places because
something?
I've been here in Illinois for about 12 years.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I miss the food in Chicago. I miss it so much.
It was okay
I
to me.
I
I'm
feel
a New
your
Yorker.
I feel your pain.
It's like,
But I'm in the
he's like,
opposite
he's
seat. I miss my Texas food. I miss my Tejano food like my Tex-Mex like crazy. So can't get that up here. And barbecue. Miss my barbecue.
Kels,
down
what
there,
do
too.
you miss? When you say Chicago food, what do you miss?
I miss the pizza. So we have this
Okay.
battle all the time. He's born and raised in New York.
Oh,
I'm born-
New York.
New York pizza. Yeah.
So we have this battle all the time. I love Chicago
Not
pizza.
coming for the New York pizza.
You know what? I think they're
happening.
both great. Why does there have to be an argument? Why can't we just both get along? Like New York style is so different from Chicago style. They're 2 completely different styles. Like not even close, right? Like Chicago's deep dish.
Yes.
And I thought I knew what deep dish was when I was down in Texas.
Yes.
Then I moved up here and I was like, oh snap. Nope. No,
So you
no,
have
no.
a fellow, me and you both. I miss the Chicago food.
Ulysses. Oh,
Yes.
hey, that's
Yeah,
it.
Ulysses, how are you doing?
yeah. So
Yeah,
anyhow,
hey, Ulysses, thanks.
You
I don't remember.
you don't remember you.
don't,
Because his wife was on our show.
and I'm shocked that Jamie remembers. Honestly,
Right, exactly.
I didn't remember the first name, but as soon as I saw Batista, I was like, oh, yeah, I know
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So, all right. So you got, what about you, Angel? Do you have, what else was, tell us a little bit about yourself, too.
Moved to Illinois from New York City when I was 11. Kind of grew up in
Okay.
a small town called Lincoln, Illinois. It's in the dead center of Illinois. Yes, small
Yeah, I know where you
town. It was a culture shock coming from the East Coast to this.
It's about 20, 30 minutes away from me, actually.
You can say Podunk.
Yeah,
We would say Podunk.
Springfield, exactly. Springfield, Bloomington, all that. It's literally, we call some places we call, hey, you going to the Podunk? Like literally. It was a culture shock. So when going to Chicago and in college, meeting, in that area was a little more my vibe. And then running into Kelli was just, an instant, connection. And we've been together ever since. So 2 kids later, we have a house now out here. It's like, we made a lot of small steps to get this and be very blessed to even have this time and have a podcast. So we've come a long way.
A long way.
Yeah.
A long, long way.
So it's a cool story.
Yeah. So
Angel, can I interrupt for just a sec? Is there a video of you breakdancing anywhere that I could just watch? I want to see
research
it.
purposes.
Just for research purposes.
No, Kelli posted the small, I don't really like to do it quite often because,
It's nowhere where you could search and find it, but I have it on VHS.
No, I love it.
VHS.
Yes.
we got to get that converted to digital.
We were just
as soon
talking
as
about
possible.
Blockbuster
Yes.
the other day.
And we got to get that uploaded. And
we actually have tons of video of us competing when we had the dance team. Yeah.
Oh.
So our
Cool.
did really well in Illinois, in Chicago. We were like 2nd place in a national competition.
Yeah. So check it. One of the teams that we used to compete against, and this is true story, was called House Arrest, which House Arrest actually danced in one of Missy Elliott's videos, the actual team that we battled against.
Mm-hmm.
And they were
really?
actually on America's Next Best Dance Crew.
Yeah, they were.
It was a time in the era, if you look it up, when footworking became very big.
Mhm.
And there was a girl on the stage and she was
Oh, wow.
that was the team that we battled against, and we
Mhm.
actually got 2nd place.
Yeah, they got
Oh,
first.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me catch up on some of these.
They were on
comments.
season 5.
Deep dish all the way. Jersey Boardwalk pizza, drooling.
Oh, here we go.
But those New York bagels, OMG.
Yes.
I'm doing good now, just missing the food. Polish pizza and my mama's cooking. Aw.
Oh man,
I feel that.
You can't knock that. You can't knock that. You can't.
Kaylee
No,
went
you
from DC to Podunk is what she's saying. So when I trip and fall, I always end with the pose. So I break dance too.
Nice.
Love that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hit him with the.
It's called
Nice.
falling with style.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So you spoke about podcasts just a second ago, Angel. So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about why we brought you on the show tonight?
And
Absolutely.
go
You
ahead.
want me to go? All right. So we have a podcast called Is Real. So the way we started this podcast, actually, in 2019, we had one of the hardest years in our marriage, and we've overcome it, and we've had some great aha moments. We learned a lot about each other. We learned how to communicate, and we wanted to be able to be a testimony to other couples, right?
Sure.
Not just to couples, but to individuals about learning how to have self-love, learning how to go through life. So basically our tagline is we talk about life, love, and all that good stuff, right? We talk about everything. But above all, we keep it 100% real. So that's where the Israel come about, because we don't funk anything. We just keep it 100%. And I have to be honest, our show is not PG-13. It is very rated R. It's very adult. I mean, we talk about
It's teetering.
Yeah.
We don't get.
Don't. I think that's fantastic, though.
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
but the thing is, we just talk. We try to keep it like it's almost putting life in the perspective of just reality. I mean, it's just two people talking. We're in a relationship where we're trying to fix these situations and things that sometimes that as couples feel that is as though it's uncomfortable, but yet it's so true.
Yeah.
And it's about love languages, and it's about empathy, and it's about compromise, and it's about everything that you work with, not just in relationships, but with everything in life.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to encompass in about an hour and a half.
And nothing's off limits.
I mean, and that's the whole thing about Is Real. We just try to keep it what we call $100, $100.
Yes.
So
So
that's
kind
our
of
truth.
what you say you guys are talking about are just things that, some of us didn't grow up with knowing. Like, so my parents weren't very communicative. So like you wanted something done, you did it, or you got beat, and they didn't explain things to you. So, okay. So I mean, I get it. That's awesome. Cause
also, sorry to cut you off.
No,
you're fine.
How does that?
Happens often
No,
here.
I'm
Don't
so
worry
sorry.
about it. She already forgot what she was talking about. So you
don't worry about it.
What I was saying is, I want you to still expound on your point, but how does that also then affect in your relationship, or even or how it could affect you in the dating scene? Because people have questions and they're wondering why aren't their relationships working or their dating scene. So like that simple thing that you said could affect you in the long run somehow. You get what I'm saying? And that's what we talk and figure out. But go ahead.
I mean, I just no, you're fine. I just had a guy just this week, something about what I do in the line of work, and so he needed explanation on it. He's like, I didn't have parents, and so it kind of struck whenever you said that you talk about things that are real, because a lot of us didn't have that kind of guidance or no one to talk to us about real topics, growing up. So I mean, I can appreciate that for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. And just like what he said, it's not just about relationships with your spouse, is any type of relationship, right? So whether it's your parents or whether it's friendships, how many of us actually nurture our friendships? So it's just it's so many different things, right?
Yes.
And Troy says transparency is key in a relationship.
Right.
So one of the things as you're talking, like I am happy that you guys do the show the way that you do, in the format you do, with the content that you do. I think that one of the things I always tell people about, because I talk to people about y'all often as I talk about me and my other shows, but I always say, I'm like, man, what's so refreshing about these two is that their show deals with adult topics, in the sense that, like, again, our show deals with a very specific content and format that we want, and we're okay with that. We're happy with that. The three of us are absolutely peaceful with that.
Right.
But being able to watch the show like you guys and talking about the topics that you do, those are topics that we would never cover here on the Social and Distancing Show for good reason for us. But that, I don't look at it as like you guys are better or worse than us or vice versa. It's more, it's like there's just different niches out there. Yeah, and you guys' work so well. And for me, it's a breath of fresh air to see people, real people, talking about some of these topics, and the way that you engage with the audience is amazing. So let me can I tell everyone real quick, Joe, Sandy, can I tell y'all and everyone else watching? So for those of you who haven't had the opportunity to partake in their show yet, when they bring up a question and they ask everyone, and then they answer. While they're answering, everyone else is typing the question in the comments. Now, their audience, what they call their co-hosts, which is so cool, then they start reading their comments and going through it. Why don't you tell everyone else kind of like, how did you come to that way of doing things? What inspired you to two things? What inspired you to do something on Facebook Live? And then what inspired you to do the format that you guys do?
Yeah, absolutely. So to be honest, the very first podcast we had was just me. It was not my husband.
It was not me. I was gone.
Yeah, it was just.
He was like, you do you. I'm going to do me.
I was in the media room like,
Xbox over here.
Yes. But then I started to realize on that very first podcast that there was a lot of men that were interested and there were a lot of men that were involved. And then my husband came to me and he said, you know what? I believe that this is a way that we could help, not just men, or not just women, but also men as well, and also couples. Mm-hmm. So that's how it came about. Mm-hmm. But as far as like how we kind of came up with the concept of interacting with our audience, I just wanted it to feel like a natural conversation, right? Yeah. There's so many different podcasts out there, and a lot of them kind of have the same type of, feel to it. So I wanted it to feel almost like we're talking to our friends in the living room. Right. So I wanted to engage with them. I wanted them to engage with us. Right. And that's what they love the most about it. We found that they share because they feel like they are a part of the show. Mm-hmm. When we grow, that we're all growing together, right? We celebrate milestones together. For instance, we had an anniversary, several anniversaries that happened within our community, right? And when they come back the next week, they always say, oh, we had our anniversary dinner, or we did this, or the question that I talked to you about last week, I just wanted to let you know that this helped me so much. So, and everybody's kind of congratulating them through their milestone and through their journey. So it's super, super cool.
And so like one thing we were talking about earlier is that a lot of times when we meet people, this is usually, a lot of times we're just talking and it's a great time, genuine, but those people eventually, the people who, we meet through life and, relationships are made, they become acquaintances and then become friends and then they become family. Mm-hmm. So, and that's what's cool. You get what I'm saying? And like, you had your TED Talk and we talked about it back on the podcast, like, yo, how'd it go? Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, keeping that connection, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just a little bit like, about the podcast, but just try to keep it 100. But you guys' podcast is lit right here with the body. Everything. We're not doing it like that.
I'm proud of what we've done.
Yeah. It was a growing. It's been growing. It's nice.
Right. It had its growing pains.
But it's been fun. It's been fun.
CPJ says, not everything is a Disney movie. We need more real talk out there, and not everything is true crime, Dandy. I feel attacked.
You feel attacked? You're on blast right now? She's a little sus right there, huh?
Delete that comment.
I like that show, though. I'm down with that show.
You're talking about Sandy's show or the Disney show?
You're down with true crime?
Yeah, I like that stuff. And Kelly actually wanted to be
a criminal justice a prosecutor. I did at one point.
In college.
I did.
True story.
Oh, snap.
Did
you see Sandy just light up?
I know. Grab my mic and everything.
Yes.
So, how many episodes do you guys have right now?
So we're actually on season 2, and we just crossed episode 10. So last week was episode 10.
Okay.
Wow.
And how often do y'all air?
So we
Saturday.
do it once a week, every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. If we have something planned in advance, then we'll kind of move the day to Friday nights, and our co-hosts are very good at like shifting if we have something planned on a Saturday. But yeah, typically it's on a Saturday night at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For an hour and a half.
It's typically an hour, but with our audience, it can go over.
You know, we have
there's some good points that are brought up sometimes during those shows. So
yeah,
I mean, guys, they're quite like give everyone an example of some of the questions that you asked the audience that you talked about. So whichever ones you can remember from the last 10 episodes or whatever, just so that people can get an idea of, you know, the kind of content you guys talk about.
Sure. So we have fun questions. Every podcast we end with a fun question, and that's the would you rather. We always do a would you rather.
And you got to put the fist up.
Yeah. For instance, would
you got to put the fist up because
not because they're going to drop bombs on folks, but
no, he takes the points to see who's going to win.
It is.
Okay. Yeah,
it's competition.
It's competition.
It's either or. But go ahead, give a question.
Yeah. So like, would you rather? I'm trying to think of one that was good. Would you rather be a millionaire or gosh, I can't think of one right off the top of my head.
Like, would you rather be a millionaire and live on an island with no food or something like that, or live on an Amazon beach with?
Oh my gosh, no!
I don't know, like something.
I feel like it was something like, would you rather be a millionaire and ugly, or would you rather be beautiful and poor?
Yes.
Millionaire and ugly.
Like that.
I said millionaire and ugly too, Sandy.
Yeah, I could buy friends.
I know that's right.
Yes. And we also have like really intense conversations about, do you feel like you've never had the conversations about, you know, well, I don't want to say that because it's PG-13.
How true is true? How true? The one we just said this last week. How much truth is truth in a relationship?
Oh, yes. So honesty. We talked about honesty.
Yeah.
How much is too much honesty in a relationship?
Right.
So that was a topic.
So
that was a topic.
Do
for
we
sure.
sugarcoat things, or do you really want it? And
right.
we had two lovely ladies and friends on our podcast, and they
have their own podcast.
Right. And they gave a single opinion of how dating scene is actually seen. Because, you know, we've been married for how long? 15 years. So the dating scene for them is like the struggles that they go through and the questions that, you know, that they have on why are men this way. It's wow. It's so much to think about, because it's like, I've never thought about it this way. Yeah. So it's just like that. I mean, that we talk about.
And love languages and all that type of stuff.
Right. Yeah. Getting those alternative views, because we are kind of jaded in how long we've been in our relationships. And then someone single comes along and is like, well, that's stupid. You should do it this way. And they're like, no, I'm single because of that, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So this past weekend, you had those two guests on. Do you normally have guests who join y'all on your show, on your podcast?
So actually, season 1, we had a ton of guests.
Dude,
before we were going live on Facebook, we were going live on Instagram.
Yes.
So a lot of our archived episodes is on our Instagram account. But yeah, we had a ton of guests season 1. Yeah. But we decided that this season we wanted to just have maybe less guests and focus on just us talking to our co-hosts more, and then bring on, you know, a guest once a month, because it was kind of becoming a little too much.
Yeah, it was like more. I wanted to go back to figuring out who we are. Yeah, I know that it's cool right now, and it, like social network, people want to come because it's cool for the party, right?
Right.
We don't know where it's going, so I wanted it to be just us, so we could find like the essence of who we are, what we want to speak or talk about, or have conversations. And then it was relationship heavy actually at first.
Yeah, it was.
And now we're starting to pick up other questions, just how, you know, things that happen in life where you see on TV, but how we could relate it to a relationship aspect.
So we talk about pretty much everything now.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Is Real, right? So it could be any topic, any topic, but you know, the core of it is definitely relationship based, whether it's, you know, a relationship that you're in as far as a marriage, or girlfriend boyfriend situation, or friendships, Yeah.
Here's the real question: pineapples on pizza.
Yes. See, we talk about stuff like this too.
Hawaiian. I'm a Hawaiian guy.
We both
That's
like
it.
pineapples
That's
on
it.
Do you
Would
not?
you rather?
Burn.
Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Get out of
You
here.
know, the five of us on here say it does, so I think you need to.
No ranch dressing with pizza.
Now you lost.
I'm sorry.
Now you lost me.
I'm sorry. Wait,
He realized he couldn't win on the pineapples on pizza thing, so he pivoted to something else.
These are mine. I'm keeping it real.
He what?
Pizza with some ranch is the best thing of your life. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I agree.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit, if you don't mind. Tell us of some of the things that are kind of like, what are the things that inspire you in the moment of going through this? Like, where do you come up with the questions? Is there TV shows? Are there books that you're reading? Are there other conversations with family and friends? What are the things that are influencing you to get on every Saturday night and pick the questions and all that stuff? Do you have a Dropbox that we go through and we like, hey, here's the question we want you to ask for next week?
So I'm inspired by podcasts, other podcasts. I'm a podcast junkie. So I listen to a lot of audio podcasts. And fun fact about me, we both about us. Who said no?
He does not like pineapples on his pizza.
Fun fact about both of us, we actually both work retail. So we're in retail management, and I'm a trainer by profession. So I'm all about self-development. So audio podcasts, I listen to it to work, after work. So if anything that kind of resonates with me, I write it down and I bring it to the podcast, right? So if I think something is a cool topic, even if it's like pop culture, something that's major in pop culture that happens, we talk about it, and how does it relate to us every day? Right. So anything kind of inspires me, and if it sticks, I write it down immediately. Yeah. So yeah, and then as far as the co-hosts, we actually have a freestyle portion, which and they ask their questions every Saturday night. So they ask us their own questions, so they come prepared with those questions.
Yep.
Man, what's
Angel? Is that what you
stuff
do?
I know. Y'all study?
Write things down.
Angel, are you a podcast junkie too? Is that what inspires you for your questions or the input, the pieces that you bring to it?
Actually, no.
Yes.
Sorry,
right there, Angel. Right there.
And that's more her thing. I like, to take life as it, what I've learned to grow and do research on, my way, and what I believe is that way. So when she gets the questions, I try to keep it 100, as it hits me. You get what I'm saying? Off the rip, boom. I don't want to practice anything. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be.
Yeah, it's very authentic. We don't go through the questions.
Right. So like when the question comes, I just want to be surprised. Like it could be wild. It could be ice on the
So that's a nice way of saying you just want her to do all the work. That's what I feel like I'm hearing.
There you
Kelli,
go.
I don't hear that. I don't hear that at all. I don't hear that at all. He doesn't want to sound rehearsed. That's what he's saying.
I'm with Angel.
He wants to be like, hey, this is my thought right here and now. Not that I've had time to think of it over a weekend.
It's so good to have advocates sometimes.
Hold on, because I didn't always like pineapples on pizza.
Oh.
I didn't always like pineapple.
It's been in the last 16 years that you've acquired a taste, I guess.
So, I'm kind of, I might be over, we get some pizza, But, no, for real though. And I do the music.
Oh, yeah, he's the DJ.
I have to pick the song, and I do come with questions as well. So it's just.
I mean, it's not like, at least my perspective, it's not like you don't have your opinion on these questions, because the thing that makes this happen is you both make this happen. Like I enjoy watching both of you. It's not like I'm going just to watch Kelli and hear her questions. Yeah. But there are a lot of points when Angel, like I am on Angel's side of the answer a lot of times. So when he's counting up, I'm like, no, I'm with him.
Yeah. He's definitely the humor.
Yes.
I'm very organized. I'm very like a planned person.
Yeah.
That's just
I could
like
not
my
tell. I
nature.
could not tell.
I try to pull the fun out of her. You know,
Right.
I'm very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very fun.
I'm very fun. It's right here on this checklist. Fun.
You know what though? I believe it, because here's what I'm thinking is happening is like when the trips or vacations get planned, like Kelly probably has the trips lit with everything that you want to do. And you're like, oh, this is awesome. He's like, yes.
I'm telling you, there's an agenda. There's where we're gonna be. People picking us up. We got the food organized. At party time, we're gonna party. But that mug be lit.
I'm gonna tell you, like in Secret Life, I'm the Black Martha Stewart. I plan events. I am like literally. If you come to my house, you will have the best time of your life. Yes, you will have the best time.
Listen, she puts cookies and sodas when our friends come over in the guest room. There's cookies and sodas.
All their favorite snacks when they come.
And mints.
Fresh towels.
Yes. But the tag still might be on it.
No.
It's always good to know that I still have levels to grow in. So
I'm going to the Israel Airbnb. Thank you.
But we do it out of love, like for real though.
We have genuine love for people. Like, that's the core of us.
We want you to have the best time with us. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you know, even if it's at Shake Shack, it don't have to be at the Ritz. Like, bump that. I don't got money for that.
Okay. So, is this an open invite?
Yes,
and mint on the pillows.
I don't know if I might have to charge it as an Airbnb now.
It's real Airbnb.
You know, Kelly's gonna be like, I really like the way that sounds. Actually, it's got a nice ring to it.
I saw her write it down.
This.
She wrote
Angel is the Snoop to Kelly's Martha. Haha, bring the love and humor.
So what do you have coming up soon on the live podcast? What's coming up soon that people can look forward to, or have you planned that far in advance? I guess.
We have a lot of big things in store actually for Israel. I mean, we want to make this thing more than just a podcast.
We actually have some things that's coming up that we can't officially announce yet.
Exactly.
But
there's a lot of planning that her and I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
we have big dreams for it.
I am.
Amen.
Listen, so what I am is a visionary.
Yes.
Kelly is an executor.
I am.
So I have big visions and I see big things for. If you give me any idea, we're just talking about this as an ability it's like a superhuman power. If you give me an idea, I can like it's like a window and you just go like this.
Yes. He dreams.
As far as executing it, I'd be like, I'd be trying to put the pieces together so much and try to incorporate so many things that I really. But Kelly, on the other hand, is like, okay, then she takes all those pieces and goes like this and just puts it all together.
I'm a fine tuner. I'm very detail oriented. So, and I put everything to a time frame. I give ourselves goals.
That's important. That's so important.
Yeah, I give ourselves goals.
So this year we have a lot of things in the work for the podcast and the family of Israel.
Yes, but what we can say that like next week, it's just going to be us again.
Yeah,
like we normally do,
but
having a good time. So please come on and bring your cocktails.
Keep it lit.
Bring it
drink, Sandy. Bring it.
I love it. Yes.
We have a good time. And then
Sandy will be there with her White Claw.
Yeah, we have some more guests that we plan on bringing on as well. So
nice.
I love it.
That's so really cool. I really can't stress enough how much I love the show and I appreciate it. Like, honestly, even the co-hosts, so the other people who are in there, you guys, you got a nice, healthy amount of people that show up, and your guests or your co-hosts, they're always participating. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, I love this. I love it. Yeah. And I always feel like it can be a challenge to get people to speak up. So when you guys first started out, like, did you have a pretty big audience when you began, or did you feel like you really worked to cultivate it? And
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When we first started, it was bigger.
When she started, it was bigger. Like, I mean, she had like 60 to 70 people in the room all the time.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but things change, and things are happening. So it's grown. It's still growing,
and we had to use different formats.
Right.
Too. It was the format we used Instagram, and it had good features, but was like, let's use Facebook because it was more. Our reach was bigger.
Yeah,
and that's what we went with.
Yeah, the quality is better on Facebook than it is on Instagram.
It is. And at the time when we started, Instagram will cut you off at an hour.
Oh,
right.
And because the conversation gets intense, it goes over. So it would cut us off, and then we would have to bring them back. And so it was a lot. It was a lot of technical things, but definitely when we started on Facebook, we had a large group of people. And I think what I've noticed though is even if they're not there at 10, because I understand that's late, right? We all have lives.
Yeah.
Even if they're not there at 10, they go back and watch later because the view count is still strong. Yeah. So they go back and watch it and watch it at a different time. Yeah. So, and they're still commenting in real time because I get those notifications.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super cool. Yeah. So we definitely have goals for it. We're trying to grow it as much as possible because ultimately we are people of faith and we believe in giving back to people. Like I said, the core of us is love. And we just want to speak into people and help people's lives. And the more people that we could help and the more people it can reach is really the ultimate goal. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, you said earlier you had a tagline, not a tagline, but I don't remember which said I think it was core or something, but what was that again? You said something that was kind of like encapsulated what the live podcast is, what you all are about. Like, what was that again?
So this is ReaL, where we talk about life, love, and all that good stuff. We say, and then we keep it real. That's what we do. We keep it real.
Yep.
So it says.
They still could have said that because what's his name said it the other day.
Right.
We're not trying to push the envelope, Joe. Okay? I'm okay with it being closed.
Hey,
that's what we're doing.
Read the name. Read the name.
Okay.
Right here.
You can be unfiltered with whatever you drink, but as far as what's coming out of my mouth, it's going to be filtered. Okay. Huh? Oh, don't. Why are you doing that to him?
He's still 25 unfiltered Joe.
Where's that comment earlier that CPJ had said? Huh? Remember she was talking about his head getting too big. You're helping him out, Angel. He doesn't need it.
But listen, Just Andy, I saw there was knocking on your hat, but it was lit. I saw the cheetah print right when you came in.
They didn't get the memo. We all should have been cheetah.
Yeah, right there.
And this is
check.
I think Kelli is speaking Greek. Timeline, organization, don't know those words. And Gabby said they're my spirit animals.
Aww, thank you.
Appreciate it. Because Gordon Ramsay definitely hers.
I love it. You guys were talking about Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, I love him.
Oh, I know. I love calling people donuts.
Right. Yeah. So tell us about your kiddos. Are they into? What do you have plans for them? Are they gonna? I know it's 10 o'clock and you guys talk adult things, but do you plan on maybe getting them involved in something else, like a different type of project?
Yeah, we actually have a YouTube channel with our kids.
Cool.
Yes, and that's called Is That the Quiles? Yes, Is That the Quiles? And we do challenges. So we do like, I think the last one we did was 100 nugget challenge. Yeah. Oh my God, that made me sick to my stomach.
Oh no.
Yes. Yeah. And our kids are literally little versions of us. They are super personalities. My son is in Taekwondo. My daughter is an artist. She's really, really good at art and painting. So yeah, they're very creative children. So we kind of, push them to do certain things.
Yeah. And then, Kai's a Fortnite gamer.
Oh yes. Video game. This is a video game house.
It is. I created
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
Stand by it. I stand firm. But anyway.
And how old are they?
My daughter is 13 and my son is 8.
Yep.
Oh, so your daughter knows everything, doesn't she?
Yes. She's very, very smart beyond her years. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm very proud of her. She's in Junior National Honor Society.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool. Mine learned how to tie his shoes the other day.
Right.
Well,
I is struggling Ty hasn't. He's always had his shoes untied. Like, come on, tie
Yes.
your shoes. He's like, oh, can you tie it for me? I'm like, fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not to brag, but mine sleeps through the night, and he's 15.
In his own bed.
And
He
his
still
own
has to have the night light on, but he still
Right.
sleeps through the night.
Yes.
That is cool. That is cool.
I'm sorry, I am working on something.
Yeah,
and I
what are you
promise
working on, Mr. Pineapples?
It'll
You're
make
like,
sense in a little while, but
it'll
keep
make
going.
sense in a little while. Okay. So Taekwondo, your son does Taekwondo.
Yes.
How long has he been doing that? Because I have two kids that have black belts in karate.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's the Asian thing,
Yeah.
so it's kind of required.
It's a requirement. Dang.
Like your daddy.
Oh yeah, man. My dad's been doing it forever, and he got me doing it since I was 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I was in New York, when I was at age 11, became a black belt there. I mean, that there was a different world. I mean, there was ITF and WTF. Like I've competed for, trophies back in the day. And my dad wanted me to go to the Olympics. That was his dream.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Really?
His dad is a 4th degree black belt. He is a sensei at my son's school.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a requirement for everybody.
So he's super hard. I don't know.
Yeah, he was Bruce Lee movies,
Yes.
back in the day in New York when
Yes.
everybody was Kung Fu Fighting.
So my nephew just got his black belt last year.
Yes.
My nephew just got his black belt. My son is a brown stripe.
Yes.
Brown.
But listen, my dad though is like he does Tai Chi and he just got his blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes.
This
Oh,
dude,
nice.
he's like, how old? He's like going.
Your
on
dad is 56.
56.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, he's young. He's
Yeah.
so young.
Yeah,
Those
but
belts are in jiu-jitsu. Those belts are hard.
But
Yeah. So, and I know in jiu-jitsu, those belts, the belt tests are like all-day tests. It's not like you just
Dude.
show up for like 2 minutes or
I'm
whatever.
like, Dad, what are you doing, bro? Like, calm down.
But it's his
dude.
passion. He loves it.
I see. I wasn't that passionate. That's what I was gonna say.
He stopped when he was 11.
When I moved to Illinois, I started playing basketball. That was the first time I ever actually played basketball because my dad, I was like Taekwondo. So when I played basketball, I was like, dude, I left. Oh man.
So did you
Okay.
keep? So you were playing basketball? Did you keep playing basketball like through
Yeah,
college and high school?
I played
Or
basketball all the way in high school, college. I even played volleyball. I did track a little bit, and then I started doing music. Like I fell in love with music. My uncle had a studio out in New York City. Started doing music, doing reggae music because my mom is from the Virgin.
Yeah, his mom is from St. Croix.
Yeah, she's from St. Croix, Virgin Islands. So reggae.
Oh, for real?
I had a passion for it, and then that's how I met her. Going to school for doing music. She was a singer.
Yeah, I
and
can
she
sing
is
too.
a monster. So
Oh.
wow.
We're very creative people.
yeah, that's
So
The
I'm-
Lord sprinkled all the talent
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
like here you go, y'all, and let's cover up him and just
Right.
Another common denominator between our guests who come on our show is that
Aw.
they seem to always be. Oh, look! Is our guests seem to always be? How do we say it, Sandy?
Talenter, beautifuler.
smarter.
Smarter.
right.
So
Well,
even
our
when we do it last minute,
nothing
it
like this.
still worked that way. So,
Yeah.
hey guys, so look, we're getting close to the end of time, but there's a few things we want to do before we let you go. So make sure I go through this so that we all are on the same boat. I definitely want to give you time to give a shout out to whatever it is you want to. Joe usually asks a question about future stuff to you guys. Maybe we already covered that.
They already did. They said they have
Okay.
a whole bunch of stuff and things they can't tell us.
Oh, I love those kind of surprises.
Let's bring it up and
And
just
then-
leave
Right.
it hanging there. You know, who cares? It's whatever. Whatever.
So I
Leave this
felt-
chapter out and call it a mystery. There you go.
I felt compelled to do something for you guys. Now, you don't have to do anything with this, but it is something that I just wanted to show how much I love watching you guys. And if these things could help you out at all, then they're yours for free. but I'll share them here on the screen. So I made you this little banner that you could put
wow!
on your Facebook thing or your podcast if you want to. I was
blow
like,
it up a little.
Yeah, and it's got the Dragon Ball.
Yes, that's you.
out specifically for Angel. So Joe, Sandy, Angel is a huge fan of anime, and so he and I had a lengthy discussion the other day, and he was all like, "Oh, why'd you?" So anyway, it was going fun, and so anyway, I thought you'd like that. It would make obvious connection. And then for Kelly, I didn't know too much, but I was like, "Oh, we'll do a bouquet of hearts over here for her,"
Kelly
and then
love.
a little signature is down there, but.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
I'm romantic.
Good, because I'm also not done. I was like, well, I felt doubly inspired, and so I also made this one.
Oh, look at that! I love that.
So it says "Fearless, Better Together, Inspire, and Seize the Day," and then XOXO. And so just another little promo that you guys can use on your show if you want to. If you don't, if you end up just saying thank you right now, but we're never going to use it, I will be hurt a little bit, but it won't.
Right.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all are speaking Kaylee's language here.
You know, I feel like we have enough people for some anime talk, Joe, here pretty soon.
I think so.
I really do.
Oh, I feel like that's a vacation day coming up.
Anyhow, but yeah, so I hope you guys like these. I will send them to you in Messenger or email, however way you want them after the show, and that way you guys can have
we need to clarify. We need to clarify. How do you say your last name?
Quiles.
Quiles.
Okay. Because Mr. Pineapples wasn't sure and he thought he was going to butcher it. So.
Good. I don't
before the show.
We called Jaime Jamie forever.
For how long?
You know what's so funny about that though? At the first 2 or 3 episodes, I kept saying, I was like, it's Jaime, not Jamie. And I kept saying, it's Mexican, it's Spanish. And I was like, they're reading all my comments, but the ones on how to pronounce my name right. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
And even in one of the comments, I said, oh, forget it. I can't deal with it anymore.
Our libations, we couldn't hear the tones through the text.
I even spelled it phonetically. I said HY-ME.
It sounds like, it looks like Jamie to me.
Jamie to you.
It looks like Jamie to me.
I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God.
Don't be embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed.
And we know him as Jamie. We don't know him as Jaime.
That was because they knew me over 20 years ago, so that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was 5.
Right.
He's so bad.
When I was rear facing in my car seat.
So you two, we really appreciate you coming on. Look, before we let you go, I want to give you some time on the screen alone to kind of just give a shout out to whatever it is you want to give a shout out to. If it's your wife's favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe or favorite breakfast, shout out for the live podcast, whatever. You guys get the screen to you and to share with our audience.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first, I want to shout out to you guys for allowing us to be on this platform. You're amazing.
Definitely.
And shout out to all of our co-hosts that have supported us. I'm pretty sure you guys are tuning in as well. You guys are super excited to see this podcast as well. One thing I love about you is they love to support other people. And make sure you guys tune in Saturday night, Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. only on Facebook Live.
Yep.
Yeah. And then what else, babe?
I mean, again, I want to shout out my man Pineapples and this show, yo. I mean, it's lit with my man, the skateboard and the cheetah hat, yo. And, we want to support them, you know what I'm saying, as the way they supported us. And
absolutely.
I love it. And I'm so thankful and grateful for this opportunity to even be on another podcast. I never knew this would ever happen.
Yes.
Low key. So, I mean, that's all we want to do is just share love and be real with it to try to help any way we can.
Yeah.
If you have an obstacle with anything. So, and that's what we try to do.
And check us out because we have a good time.
Yo, we keep it lit. So
we keep it
lit.
Literally.
And we just want to thank all y'all for helping us grow. And most of all, you guys here, y'all three. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Awesome.
Well,
thank you, guys.
I have loved your energy, and I have loved the tidbits that I catch on your show when Jamie tags me in it. And I cannot wait to see what you guys have in store. And definitely we'll be hopefully getting lit in the comments with you guys.
Come on.
Yes.
So I will try to tune in next time I'm tagged. That's all I can promise.
Hey,
so just think.
I either know you're taking a nap or making money. And my girl here, I should wear one of my dang, but you threw it away.
He had a leopard vest. It was horrible.
She said it was horrible.
I bet it was awesome.
I'm glad you did that, Kelly. I'm so glad you did. You got to help him out, okay? Don't let him out. Don't go out in public like that, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Just help me out, Angel. Come on now. Come on.
My fashion,
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong.
It looked like he's a little hurt by that. He's like, I'm going to keep quiet. Mama said if I ain't got nothing nice to say.
I'm just going to drink my drink.
So check it out. We put your social media in the comments. So everyone, you should see their Instagram, their Facebook, and their YouTube channels all in there. So if you get a chance, make sure to go and hit the like hit
and
the
subscribe.
Yes. Don't forget to hit that heart button. I should have mentioned it earlier. Hit the heart button here. And show up on Saturday. Show up on Saturday over. If you don't subscribe to them here, I always post their show Saturday nights on my page whenever they go live. So feel free, please.
Oh, one more question. Are you guys gonna have a Valentine special? Are y'all gonna have like certain topics for February the 13th?
Yes, we will.
We're going to talk about something.
Yeah, it will.
A little something.
It's spicy.
A little hot sauce.
Spicy.
Oh.
What, you mean like accessories under the bed spicy?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
My
not
virgin ears. My virgin ears.
Not all the time. Sometimes just talking. Sometimes just
What you said that episode though. Yeah.
I guess.
All right, guys. Well, look, we love having you here. We love hanging out with you. I appreciate you showing up for us and hanging out with all of our audience as well. We're going to put you in the green room, so don't hang up. We'll be right back after the show's done. But thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so
thank
much.
you for showing up.
Everyone, give them a
Awesome.
round of applause. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah, don't leave. Don't leave.
Did you see this CPJ over here? Did you tell him about your BS under the bed? Why I just got to be living in the past, you
Dude.
people?
Episode was hilarious when y'all.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that they do it together because the producer and I tried to do things together, but we end up fighting.
Doing it myself.
It's better that we
You
don't
end up
do it
filing for
together.
divorce together.
Or someone dies and goes to prison
Or
like
I
2
get
years later.
hit by random flying objects.
Oh, that's
out of-
happened on here before.
Yeah, because it's just crazy. But I
Hashtag
love
season
their
one.
energy is awesome. It's just crazy.
Hashtag-
It's just fun.
Never mind.
Flying chancla.
Hashtag it runs in the family. We can't help it.
I know.
I'm with you, Joe. I wish it's the same way. I remember someone had told us, they were like, "Oh, you and Dr. Pineapple should do a show together." I was like, "Nope, no. I will help her. I will do everything in my power and my ability to make her successful as I can. But I know we can't. I just can't.
Right.
I can't limit myself. That's how I tell it. That's what I tell my wife. I'm like, I can't limit myself because I need to be free. I need to be uncaged, unfiltered.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm sure that went over well. Awesome.
Guys, so listen up. Today's Wednesday, so you won't see us again until next Monday, but you will catch Sandy and I on Saturday on Sandy Talk Sheet.
Actually, I'm not going to be on Saturday.
All right, so you might.
I meant to tell my producer. Did you get my email?
Unbelievable.
Unfreaking believable.
So more to come on that. Otherwise, you can tune into our sister show, the Strange Connection show, on Sunday night. They'll be.
They're not going to be on either. So weird. Not really.
Oh, you didn't
They'll
get
be
that
there
letter either?
doing. They'll be there doing their Cool Jobs arc, our theme. Still, I don't remember who they have coming on this weekend, but tune in. I'm sure it'll be fun.
You said arc. You've been talking too much anime.
I sure have.
Here's a couple of comments. They had
Okay, go
awesome
ahead.
energy. This is for Kels and Angel. And CPJ said, love them.
Aren't they great? I mean,
Yes.
seriously, like authentically great. I really, really love them. So
Good stuff.
it is. Now listen up, guys.
They had some nice seasonings. They have nice seasonings.
Yeah. God was like, here, look. See, God was like, let me just take the cat. Oh, let's just get rid of that. Right,
Right.
there. We don't need that. And then
Right.
he just poured it on. So
Yep, for real.
everyone, let me just give you a preview of things to come in the future. Also, there's a DJ coming out on Sunday for the Strange Connection show, DJ Experience. It'll be interesting to see what happens when two DJs are on the same show at the same time.
Maybe they'll repel each other, like
Or this amazing force will
Make
be
some
created.
awesome beats together.
Yes, Sandy, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm hoping for.
Boots and cats.
So anyway, we'll see. But let me tell you, I have lined up some pretty fantastic guests for us for the rest of this month. Hoping everything goes well. We have, let me tell you, I have someone who is a musician, and not just a musician, a violinist, and a dope one who's coming on the show here in a week. So we're gonna get to hear from him. Yep.
Is
and
he
then
play? That'd be cool.
I don't know. I'll ask him though. But I've been listening to some of his YouTube videos.
Yeah, because you're a huge Lindsey Sterling fan. So
well, Lindsey Sterling and Two Black Violins, both of those groups right there, absolutely love them. So when anyone can take a violin and make it just
down around here, though, we call it a fiddle.
Not like that. Anyway, it's amazing. Okay, so anyway, they're gonna come on. I've also got a confectioner coming on in a couple of weeks, guys. A confectioner.
What in the bougie is that?
Someone who makes sweets.
Someone who confections, obviously. Jeez.
Right. Confection up in here.
Dear Lord, help me, please.
Is that what they're really called? To make sweets?
Yes,
confectioner.
Yeah.
Like confectioner sugar?
Yes.
Exactly. Did you know that confectioner sugar is just regular sugar blended in the blender?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just Anyway, I've also got a phenomenal photographer coming on who I have his photos. I can't.
3 days in a row, somebody's worried about Joe's hair.
Yeah, I just can't do it with words. So hopefully you'll come and see his art and just encourage him. But anyway,
I was thinking Charlie Daniels violin. Where did Joe go?
That's how I feel every time he puts those many O's and it covers me.
You should look up 2 cellos.
Those guys are great too. Actually, I do listen to them as well.
So to answer your question, Rebecca, I use a product called Zax.
She didn't ask anything, I think.
She did. She did.
What hair stuff do you use? My kids need that.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
It
comes with age. It comes with age too. Like lots of years. Anyway, guys, we love y'all. We hope you had a phenomenal time tonight hanging out with us, with our guests. I hope you like the new border too.
It's cute.
It's not animated.
Gosh. The more you say, I'm not gonna do an animation. But we love you guys, and as usual,
do it anyway.
Remember to wash your hands
for at least 20 seconds.
You filthy animals.
Good night, everybody.
Everyone.
Good
love
night.
It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know?